Hello, and welcome to the seventh presentation in our series of electoral insights. This time around, we've analyzed conversation from the 16th to the 30th of April. In this time period, we recorded 358,000 mentions related to the election, with trending topics including the EFF's voter ad, the EFF more generally, and conversation around the reasoning handed down by the Electoral Court in their judgment on Zuma's eligibility for the ballot. Diving right in, we noted a subset of the conversation made in response to the publication of various high-profile infrastructure projects, the scrapping of e-tolls, and the recent lack of load shedding. Individuals expressed that they wished voting would take place more often, as it seems to coincide with actual service delivery. This was bounded by conversation which indicated disappointment in relation to service delivery only being a focus during election season, indicating that while the capability is there, the will to serve people ebbs and flows with the political needs of parties. We noted the conversation in relation to the IEC's recent meeting with US Ambassador Ruben Brigetti. Allegations of electoral interference and the capture of the IEC by the United States were flouted online, with EFF Deputy President Floyd Shivambu indicating that the ambassador was untrustworthy and his meeting with the IEC was cause for concern. The IEC and head of public diplomacy, Clayson Moniela, have refuted conspiracy theories about the meeting, noting that it is best practice to engage with foreign dignitaries in the lead up to a national election, and that South Africa would too play this role in elections being held globally in 2024. In relation to claims of electoral manipulation, we note the sharing of a video in which elderly individuals are engaged in an ANC event designed to further electoral education. In this video, individuals are given 3 ballots and assisted to identify the ANC symbol and make their mark should they wish to vote for them. Anonymous influencer accounts reposted the video and began to spin a narrative that the event was evidence of pre-election voting favoring the ANC, which was tantamount to the rigging of the election in their eyes. This narrative has been refuted by the IEC, who made a post in response to one of these claims indicating that voter education was a responsibility of the IEC, civil society, and political parties. An air of xenophobia was further noted in election manipulation claims. The video, which had been shared more than a month prior, resurfaced as accounts sought to make the claim that Mozambican nationals were being given IDs in exchange for voting for the ANC. In the video, it is clear to see that the act of registration occurring was in relation to Mozambican nationals currently present in South Africa who were being registered for the Mozambican general election, which too is slated to be held in 2024. Africa Check has debunked this video recently. I'll now hand over to Molebogeng, who will offer a few more insights and close out the presentation. Thank you.
The CIBC has noted calls from civil society to protect the independence of the SABC. These calls were made in response to a leaked audio clip in which President Cyril Ramaphosa was heard discussing the ANC's plan to challenge and monitor media organizations who reported negatively on the party. It was also reported that the State Security Agency had been instructed by an unknown actor to vet the head of SABC News, Moshweshwe Monari. Meanwhile, and still with the media, EFF leader Julius Malema has indicated that the party will be taking News 24 to the Electoral Court for allegedly running a political campaign against other parties. The Electoral Court has published the full judgment which allowed former President Jacob Zuma to contest the elections. Section 47E of the Constitution states that anyone convicted of an offense and sentenced to more than 12 months imprisonment is not eligible to be a member of the Assembly. The section further states that no one may be regarded as sentenced until an appeal against the conviction is determined or waived. In terms of the judgment, Zuma was unable to appeal his conviction as it was handed down by the Constitutional Court, which is the highest court of the land. The online conversation has been divided with pro-Zuma perspectives indicating that they believe Zuma and the MK party are being targeted by the judiciary and the IEC prior to the elections, and that the former president's 2021 arrest was unlawful. Other individuals expressed that the IEC is acting within its mandate in seeking further clarity on the ruling from the Electoral Court. The matter of Zuma's eligibility is still under consideration at the Constitutional Court. In line with the debunking and verification work conducted by various organizations, We recommend that the media, civil society, and campaigns seek to encourage and train individuals about critical media literacy, the use of social media as a news source, and the identification and verification of mis and disinformation. We also recommend messaging that affirms that trust is an essential component of a well-functioning democracy and that our democratic and media institutions, inclusive of the IEC, organs of the judiciary, and the public broadcaster, act independently of political influence and are governed by regulatory bodies and legislation. It is important to remind the public that political affiliation and democratic representation are rights enshrined in the Constitution, and it's important to respect the views or opinions of those who we might not agree with.